जय श्री माता जी। हम सभी परम पूज्य श्री माता जी के श्री चरणों में प्रणाम करके अपनी कुंडलिनी उठाकर बंधन लेंगे। तीन महामंत्र और श्री गणेश मंत्र।
So before the realization, the conscious mind sees things around. Out of that also there are categories. Some people see, say for artist can see something, and a scientist can see something, another poet will see something. So it depends on the conscious mind how it is, has got the trend. But still it won't see something that is subtle behind it. And that only is possible after you get your realization. Alright?
Mother, sometimes ego masquerades as guru. how can we tell when that's going on in us?
You see, when ego comes up, I don't know much about it, you see, because I haven't. We can say when ego comes up, then a person becomes arbitrary. First thing is he becomes arbitrary. He start deciding, I'll have this, I'll have that, I like this. You see, this is the one thing. Secondly, it takes out itself from the collective. It becomes very arbitrary. Collective, it removes itself from. But the spirit is the other way around. Spirit is, it cares for the collective. It doesn't become arbitrary at all. And it never says, I like, I want. I drops out. See, you can easily see, very easily with your discrimination, that egoistical person is not even liked by the person who has ego. If he sees himself in the mirror, he says, oh God, what's this wretched nonsense, what a temperament it is. It will not like itself. There was a lady who was a very hot-tempered woman. And once she came to my puja and I said, now what is this heater you have brought before me? In India, in the hot season, one heater put before you. I said, oh God, please remove her, she's like a heater. Nobody understood it, you see. But I said, please remove her. So then I asked her, you get down, mother can't bear you. Then she was very angry. What is this? What's wrong with me? What have I done? After some time, you see, people said that we have nothing. Then nobody would talk to her. She was left alone. And then she was also very unhappy about it because she was left alone. She thought, what's this? Is insulting. Why should they leave me? Then after some time, she realized that there must be something wrong with me. I must find out. There's something nonsensical about it, something filthy on me. I should throw it away. Then she started working it out and seeing herself and all that. And she became a very, very sweet person. But she dare not face me. I was quite afraid. So her daughter came to see me one day. I said, how is your mother? She said, mother, she's all right. You ask her to come and see me. So she said, I never felt such joy as I felt that day when you called me. I said, I knew you have improved so much. She came, I had taken a watch for her. She said, mother, you brought a watch for you? I said, yes, I brought a watch for you. She said, thank God, that filth is gone. Thank God. Fed up of it. That's how when you develop, then that sweetness, the beauty, everything comes up. But you see, the ego is, if you play upon your ego, it adheres to you. You get identified with it and you cannot get rid of it. But I have seen one case which is such a beautiful case. And I was sitting in my room and I could feel with the child when she came in. And I asked her, where is your mother? She was herself surprised. When she told her mother, she said, I've never had such a joy. Such a joy I had that, oh, mother has recognized me. I said, I always recognized you. So this is what it is.
The Sahasrara is represented by the lotus flower.
She said,
You have to speak up.
Okay.
Stand up.
please.
The Sahasrara is represented by the lotus flower.
The Sahasrara is represented by the lotus flower.
Yeah.
At the moment, is the lotus flower starting to lose its petals and the fruit develop so that
She
seeds
said,
may be nourished?
The Sahasrara is represented by the lotus. And is the lotus at the moment, is the lotus losing its petals and the fruit developing?
see, it is represented as lotus because our brain is like a lotus. Actually, if you cut it horizontally, you can see as if you have cut the petals, and if you cut it vertically, you can see that around the limbic area it is just like petals of lotus. But when you are enlightened, what happens? They swell up and they open out, and they all have beautiful colors. They look like tongues of flames. It's very beautiful. Now the Sahasrara is open and the lotus is open, and inside you find the fruit already there kept, which is the Agya chakra, which is there. You can see it very clearly. Agya is yellow, yellow covered, as we say, like gold cap is the Agya there. Beautiful Agya is inside. Now the fruit of the lotus is later on we see, and I would say that is called as Bindu state, where you become a Bindu, a dot. It's a little dot, and that dot has to then grow. So it's the second stage starts when you become the fruit of the lotus.
Could you say something about those higher chakras, about the Sahasrara?
What chakra?
I've heard people talk about the Bindu and the Adu Bindu and the higher chakras above that, but
you see, I don't think you should worry too much about these. There's 3 stages higher than Sahasrara. I would suggest just now, let us concentrate on Sahasrara is a better idea. But Bindu, Ardha Bindu and Valaya are the 3 stages in which one has to pass through later on. And you would pass gradually when you develop yourself horizontally. That's what we have started now. So let us keep to this idea that we have to develop ourselves horizontally. We should see how we affect the other person, how we influence the another person. For example, some people, as if they are very egoistical and all that, they may come in contact with you, say, oh, very nice person, charming person, this, that. But actually that person is just very physically maybe attractive, or maybe a little brilliant type of person, but doesn't have anything much in it. But if that person standing next to you changes the mood and temperament of another person, then you can say that this person has a spiritual personality. So let us see how you affect the nature. Flowers. You saw the miracle of the flowers that I performed for you the other day. In the same way, let us see what is the effect of your character on the trees, on your friends, or in the food that you make. Everything changes. It's very beautiful. So we have to see that, how it works out. I have known people who have never known what is poetry is. Suddenly they become poets. Some who were never musicians started singing so well. Like Christine, you know Christine, she never used to sing. She had a horrible voice, and suddenly she started singing like a cuckoo bird. So not only you, but on others, what effect is that? What others feel about you. You see how you are kind, good and sweet to others, not superficially, but your behavior should change another person, transform another person. Your presence should bring auspiciousness.
When you read the poems of Kavi and the saints, we feel the heart of them in their poetry and the feelings for God. How can we develop that blissful awareness and love for Him?
How can we develop that same heart that poets like Kabir have for you? How can we develop the same heart that these great poets have?
Same heart as what?
Kabir, the poet Kabir.
Why not? See the handicap of Kabir. You have no handicaps. Kabir had no mother to tell him, no mother to love him, look after him and tell him all these things. He had a guru. If you know Kabir's life, Kabir wanted to become the disciple of Ramananda Swami. But he was a Muslim or low caste or whatever it is. So he could not reach Ramananda Swami. The disciples would not allow him to go near Ramananda Swami. So one day Kabira went and slept on the steps of the river Ganges whole night in the cold, waiting for Ramananda Swami to come, because he used to always pass the same way, and his feet fell on Kabira, and he said, "Oh my child, what are you doing here?" So Kabira got up and he said, "Sir, you have accepted me as your disciple today." He said, "Yes, I have." And then Ramananda Swami took him and he trained him into something great. You don't have these handicaps. Kabira never had anybody to support him or help him around. Actually, single-handed, he fought the whole world. Horrible people were around him. Even today, those who are in his place, in Patna, or all places where he lived, I was surprised that he described Kundalini as Surati, and they described tobacco as Surati. Such horrible nonsensical people making fun of everything. There Kabira lived and developed that heart. You don't have all these handicaps at all. You all speak the same language, you live with the same ideas, you have your own mother to tell you everything, so you can develop the same heart as Kabira had.
Mother, when I meditate, sometimes I can see beautiful, like a massive flower coming out of the head, or a beautiful sort of a goldy, almost like a vase, and I've been asking people, and I don't know, they don't know really the answer, and I don't know either, but I have not taken...
No, that's the Kundalini that you see. It's like a telescope, you see, like a goldenish, yellowish, sort of like a heated iron.
It's like a furnace.
Yes, a furnace, like a furnace. That's the Kundalini you see. And that's a good thing to see. But when you see, you are not there. So it's better is not to see that and be, yeah. But what you see is that, is the Kundalini. It's good. I mean, seeing is very good, but go beyond it. You should say, I don't want to see it, now I want to enter into it.
Yes, last night, for instance, I was sleeping with my little girl, and in her bed she asked me to come, and we meditated, and it was enormous. And I suddenly woke up.
In your dream you saw?
I don't know whether it was a dream or whether I was still meditating, but...
in dream if you see is very good, but otherwise in meditation you should not see it. In the dream if you see is very good. It's the Kundalini itself, it's like a furnace, it looks like a silent burning furnace.
Sometimes like fireworks, it's
yes.
Quite beautiful.
But you shouldn't see it anymore.
Right.
Try to avoid.
Srimataji, could you just say something about pure attention, please?
Pure
attention, how we purify our attention, how we sort of look beyond the human form and the differences between each other. Could you just say a little about
attention. You see, your attention gets spoiled. That when you put attention, say I put attention onto this glass, then I start thinking about this glass, that oh, it's a beautiful glass. So now it's a very beautifully done one. Now somehow or other I should manage to steal it. Then attention moves further. How can I manage to steal this? What should I do? What is the best way of stealing it? And all those things. So the attention goes, you see, into problems and problems. Because I have got for this a greed. I develop a greed. How I developed? Because, you see, supposing I put my attention to it, and then a thought starts from there coming to me, a reaction as such. This gives you a reaction. Then you start seeing a beautiful Ganesha there. Then you say, oh, I have never seen one like this, like that. The thought starts, you see, coming from all this. And that thought comes into my mind and gives me ideas that I should do something like that to steal the glass, alright? Now, the pure attention would be that I just watch this without thinking. Anywhere that your attention goes and you start sort of getting involved into it or getting attached to it, you should try to just watch it without thinking. Go into thoughtless awareness. Then you enjoy it the most. Now say for example these carpets are very nice. One thing would be if they belong to me, I would be worried how to insure them, or these people are sitting, that will be spoiled, this, that, all these thoughts will come into mind. Supposing these belong to you, then I'll think how to manage to take them with me somehow. And how to suggest in a very clever way something that I can manage to take them away. Now that is quite human and one can do that way. But beyond that all cleverness and cunning, best is to appreciate. How? By just looking at it without any thought. Artist has created it. He has put all his joy into it. I am just enjoying the joy, just looking at it. So, when you start enjoying the joy, your attention will become pure, very pure. Because the enjoyment of it makes you a very sort of dedicated person about it. Because you feel that what is in this world after all is to enjoy. Then if I have to enjoy everything, then why should I worry about getting it to myself or stealing it or doing all these tricks? Better is to enjoy. So the reward of it is so great that attention starts purifying itself.
We tend to sort of react to things before we even know that we've reacted. It seems to be such a fast process that we look and we react in a second. It's just
yes,
like that,
in the beginning it is, because we are coming from that, you see, style to the other style. But once you settle in this style, then you will just react in this manner, that you will just watch. But it otherwise also works out. I'll tell you a story. They had given me about 16 beautiful crowns. Of course I couldn't wear them for this Krishna Puja in Switzerland, and all the English were bringing them, smuggling them into England, and all these boxes were kept. So when they reached the custom post asked them, what are all these? They said, all right, you can have a look. So they passed on one to them. So the first fellow looked at it and he passed to another one. Then another one given. Like that, 4 were passed on to them. They were all looking at it. And then they said, now what do you say? Nothing. They closed it and gave it to them. Then they looked back, these boys, what has happened to them, where they were just moving like this. And so many cars passed, but these people never looked at any cars. They were so they had a bliss casualty. Also this can happen. Bliss casualty. So better to see things which can cause bliss casualty. And once you get into that habit, then you don't take to other useless things. Then you like to see only things which can give you bliss. Your attention changes.
Mother, please, what is the Omkara? I've heard the word.
Omkara is the first sound. When the Shakti departed from Sadashiva, from the God Almighty, his power, his desire departed, it made the first sound. That's the first child, we say, of God. That's Omkara. Ma is the thing. And these are the three powers which are represented as Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati. And also all these are combined together to form Shri Ganesh.
Mother, what is your vision for Sahaja Yoga?
What is the?
Your vision for Sahaja Yoga.
What is your vision for Sahaja Yoga?
This is the one started already. My vision for Sahaja Yoga is that all the good people, righteous people, God-loving people will rise above all that is useless, worldly, and reside in the heavens with all the blessings of God forever and ever. Alright? We can have a music, because without that you won't feel it is complete. I'll sing the song.
Is John smiling?
Did you hear the tape from Pune children? Wasn't it fine? Very good, isn't it? Yeah. You have to make copies of that and send it over. Very good music and very good songs.
O Queen of Sahasrara, O Queen of Sahasrara.
Very sweet.
Shakti of Lord Brahma.
Yeah. So such small girls they are. You see, all of them. They have made, composed, everything done, and sang so clearly. It's really remarkable. Nobody has taught them anything.
Page 18 is a song that Gavin Brown wrote.
Gavin Brown wrote. I think this one, Mother, I Want to See You, is much his song these days. Because he's lost there. All the time he's writing this to me, every letter.
We don't need to sing that today, Mother.
You need not. Yes. You are all right.
On page 20, Mother. Kundalini, Kundalini,
Who was written that one?
From Europe, I think.
Gregor? Europe it is.
Kundalini, Kundalini, Nirmaldhaam, Jai Nirmala Shakti, Bhagavati,
Beautiful.
Namostute.
This was bliss casualty.
अब हम सब मिलकर परम पूज्य श्री माता जी की आरती करेंगे।
सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जग में संकट कारण कितने अवतार माँ, कितने अवतार। विश्व में तेरी महिमा, विश्व में तेरी महिमा। तू गंगा यमुना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जो भी शरण में आया सुख ही मिला उसको माँ, सुख ही मिला उसको। बैठ के दिल में हो माँ, बैठ के दिल में हो माँ, लौट के ना जाना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। मानव में अवतर के कर दिया उजियारा माँ, कर दिया उजियारा। कल युग में माया है, कल युग में माया है, फिर भी पहचाना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। संत जनों की धरती है भारत माता, माँ है भारत माता। इस धरती पर आकर, इस धरती पर आकर, दुख से दूर करना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में देना। जब दिल में आए तब मधुर संगीत सुन लो, माँ मधुर संगीत सुन लो। होए सके जो सेवा, होए सके जो सेवा हमसे करा देना। माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता दी, जय निर्मल माता दी, दिन में सदा रहना। माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। शक्ति माता जी, श्री निर्मला देवी की